Testing, testing. Let me turn off game capture. Welcome back, everybody, to Kev Creates. This is kind of a, this is kind of going to be a follow-up video to the previous videos where I was doing my wedding project for my sister, my brother-in-law. So, in previous videos, we've covered how to navigate the text to STL website in order to make custom nameplates and letters, taking just words and lettering and numbers and turning them into STL files, which we can export to our 3D printing slicing software. So, quick rundown. In previous videos, we've gone over how to actually use the website to make different nameplates and how to quickly prototype them out, and also how to use multicolored printing to get different effects for your products or your projects that you're working on. So ignore the fact that this is yellow and orange. The color selection isn't that easy for me because I'm using a blue light filter on my computer. But what we're actually going to be working with for this wedding project is an ice white and a gold trim filament. Like it's like a gold silk PLA, so it actually looks like a gold sheer for the lettering. So in this video, we're going to be going over how to get more, we're basically just going over the third arc of this project, which is I'm going to need to create the text files now for all 120 of our guests. So this video will really just be me doing the very first one, and I'll probably do another follow-up video where like I go over all the results of that, and you might just see 120 different nameplates that have all been uploaded to the project file. But in the meantime, this is what we've got now. This is for Samaje, and he's a guest at the wedding. So let's go ahead and delete that. This is the very first one, the very first iteration of the name file that was actually my sister's. So we started up here, worked on it over and over and over and over until we got to the final production. This is the standard by which all the other ones will follow. So let's go to the text.stl website. Whenever let me go ahead and go back to this. So whenever I finalized the format for this, all I did was I just wrote down all my settings here. So like my support spacing, the border radius. See that? If you go to -3, it's a flat corner on each side. We wanted it to be a little bit smoother, so I put it on border radius 3. Support height, we settled on 3 millimeters just because that seems to be the most aesthetically pleasing height for this kind of text format. All of this is going to be unchanged for the font, so we're going to click that away because we're not touching that. We're also not touching this either. These are going to be the only things that we have to work with. Text size isn't going anywhere because we want the text to be uniform. Text height isn't going anywhere because, again, the text has got to be uniform. We're really just going to be working with text kerning and the text file up here. I actually did previously shoot this video already, and that was because I was trying to figure out like what I was doing wrong. Because like the text kerning, if you up it, it changes the total size of the nameplate. I'm trying to keep things uniform. So for example, Samaj. If we just put Samaj here, everything kind of squeezes in. I thought, okay, well, I'll just up the text kerning until it's uniform, but then the spacing is off. And then I thought, okay, well, what if I just come up to the text file here? Because no one's going to care how you make it. They're just going to care that it's made. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Let me just do that again. And I thought to myself, okay, this worked. The letters are separate now. How do I know that this is going to work? See that? Because of the lettering here. So we're going to work on this just a little bit more. Work on this just a little bit more. And just like that, it should be the exact same distance apart. Let me take one of those spaces off. This should be fine. We're about to see. I already have it done here, but I just want to see if I can, in my downloads, like I already have it done. I just want to see if I can do it again. Like, did I get the spacing correctly on the second try? Wow, looks like I did. See, again, you just gotta work with what you got. And what I have is my sister's name, which is one of the longest names on the wedding list anyway. So this is what we're gonna work with. So Samaje is done. Let me go ahead and go back here. I need to kind of like shuffle all these around because we're not using these anymore, but I want it to keep these in the video or keep it in the next few videos, at least until I'm ready to delete the project file. So this one is a finalized one. We're going to keep all the prototyping up here, and we're going to work on this one. So we've now made a name file that will fit our parameters. We're going to go back here. I'm going to play with the seam position on this one as well. 15%, that's fine. Detect thin walls. This is absolutely mandatory because we are working with such thin lettering. If you don't do detect thin walls, let me go ahead and color this first. No. It should be fine. You will have some of the lettering missing if you do not do detect thin walls. Okay, let's pop that in. All right, we got our lettering back up. It's really that simple. So we're going to go back to prepare. And again, we are following basically what we've done with all the other videos. We're kind of combining everything into one right now. So we're doing painting right now. So go to your paint tool, click the filament that you're going to be using, go to fill, edge detection should be on, and we're going to play around with this until we can get all the lettering filled in. Come on. There we go. There we go. Bam, bam. And again, the more you do this, the faster you'll be. Bam. Now, let me turn over. Let me turn over. Bam, bam. Final inspection. Wow, it was really that easy and that quick, huh? Yes, it was. Hold up. I gotta make sure that's last one. I'm gonna be using my sister's ice white PLA that she got. So let's click that, click that, click that. I just want to make sure that everything is the way it's supposed to be. Okay. 4 and 3, 18 cents. All right, let's do it. Oh, well, yep. My printer isn't even on. I just got started. I just got started in the office. Let's turn that on. So, this one will take about 19 minutes, something like that. The beauty of this kind of project is, though, let me stall for time while the 3D printer gets loaded up. The beauty of this kind of project is, though, is that you can do basically anything that you want with it, like as an STL. I've even shown people as well in previous videos. Let's go to Etsy, Gem Design. I've even shown people in previous videos like you could make this a business. You could make this a business. You could make text to STL your entire side business, where you're selling nameplates. This was just an example. I always end up going back to Gem Design 3D. She also works out of Texas as well. I love her listings. The formats, they're I don't know. I just like the way that she does them. Again, 750. I think she's actually sold hundreds, like just on this singular listing. She's made probably maybe a couple $1,000 just on this listing alone. Maybe like from her other 3D text listings. She's done quite a lot, but I always end up going back there. You can do the exact same thing here. It's crazy. Like you can literally do the exact same thing here from a free tool that's online. So me see. Is the 3D printer on? 3D printer's on. Okay, I just want to close out the video now, just because I'm running over time. I wanted this to be a quick one. Resonance flow calibration. So it should take us about 19 minutes for this text file. And again, we're doing this as a... Oh, what happened? There we go. We're doing this as a... Almost like this is our final draft of a final draft of a final draft. If this one works, we're going to copy this exact same process for the next 118 different nameplates. And I should be able to knock all of these out like in less than a couple of days if I just keep the 3D printer running. So I'm going to let you guys know how it goes. I will be doing a live video instead of on the computer to show the final results of this. This is part 3 of a 4-part series on my sister's wedding project. So this is Kev Creates, and like, subscribe, comment down below if you want to see me do any other kind of videos, or if you have any ideas that you've always wanted to explore. I may be able to help you. Other than that, tune in for the last episode of the wedding series.